What's going on, family? It's To The Top Chris. Welcome to the channel where all we talk about is growth, family. And look, one of the things I want to talk about today is that, listen, you don't have to listen to any of your thoughts. All of your thoughts are merely a suggestion. And once you understand that, then you won't become a slave to your thoughts and you won't be haunted by your thoughts anymore. You feel what I'm saying? You won't be in negative, low, deprived states. Anytime I've entertained thoughts that I didn't want, I always had outcomes that reflected those thoughts, right? Any thought that you're entertaining that doesn't serve you and you claim it as yours, you're identifying with it, right? Then that's ultimately leading to your own self-destruction because your mind will do that to you. Humans are just way too smart, bro. You know what I mean? Humans are way too smart that we'll trick our own selves, shooting our own selves in the foot when it comes to our own thoughts and our own, because listen, thoughts are so powerful, right? I'll explain how powerful they really are. Because, look, everything starts off as a thought. Everything. Think about it. A car started off as a thought. A sneaker started off as a thought. Everything that you're looking at right now, even to this phone, to everything that you're looking at right now, started off as a thought. Right? Everything. Just think about everything that you think about, every invention, think about every object, think about each and every one of your possessions. All of that are just thoughts. At its base, fundamental bedrock form is just a thought, right? So thought leads into what? A belief. Right? You have a thought about how you're not good enough, how you're insecure about this, how you think you may not be the best at that, right? Or anything that you think about when it comes to yourself, when it comes to the world, turns into a belief. Now you have a belief, right, about said things. For example, a lot of women will think, oh, guys ain't shit, right? So now that turns into a belief. Now they think all guys aren't shit. And here's where this goes, right? From a belief, it turns into a action, right? Now think about it. That same girl that thinks that all guys aren't shit now believes every guy that enters her life does not mean a thing to her, right? She disregards them. She disrespects them. She doesn't care. She doesn't care about nothing that has to do with guys, right? Now that turns into action. She might become lesbian, right? Because of these beliefs, because of these thoughts, she might become a lesbian. She is going to disrespect every single guy that comes her way that tries to approach her and tries to get her number. She may not give a fuck about anything when it comes to guys, when it comes to her brother, when it comes to her father, when it comes to anything about guys. She is going to let her beliefs and her thoughts about men dictate her actions. Now, that ultimately, right, creates her reality, right? Ultimately, these three things create her reality and create all of our realities, right? So you could think that you're going to become the best rapper there is alive. You believe that you are the best to ever do it, right? And you put in the work in the studio. You make sure to put your 10,000 hours in. You write songs every single day. You make sure that these beliefs and these thoughts are justified by these actions. Now, right? Boom. What is the now this person's reality becomes exactly what he thinks, believes, and acts upon, right? Because he is entertaining the thoughts about him being the best rapper. He believes that he is the best rapper, and his actions dictate the way he moves, the way he carries himself, the way he goes to these networking events, talks to the people that talks to certain engineers, certain producers, and goes about, each and every single step in his career, makes him creates this whole entire thing, right? His whole entire external world is now defined by everything in his internal world, right? Your inner world. Your inner world reflects your outer world. However you feel, however you think, dictates how you feel within yourself, right? You have to understand the formula in order to really create your reality. And that's through thoughts, through beliefs, and through actions. Without these things, you cannot create anything. Like I told you guys, everything that exists started off as a thought. And mind you, they believed that they could make it happen, and then it turned into an action. They figured out, okay, I need a plan A through Z in order how to make a sneaker come to life, how to make this marker come to life. Mind you, this didn't exist at one point. One point, somebody was just thinking about it. Somebody was just philosophizing about it. Oh, what if we had something that was, that could write on a whiteboard that was permanent, but you could also erase it? Like, they were thinking about it. It all started off as a thought. And then they believed that they could do it. Because without the belief that they could do it, this would have never happened. You know what I mean? And then they took steps. They took action in order to make it happen. And then that's what happened. And now they're selling it. They're making money off of it. And this is the reality they live. Now they're rich. The person that made this is now rich. All because of a thought. Right? He created his reality. The person that made a Sharpie, the person that made the whiteboard, the person that made the phone, they created abundance for themselves. All through just a thought. Because they had a goal. They set an intention. They set a plan and put it into action. Right? That's how they created their reality. Anybody, each and every single one of us has the capability to do this. This is not a power that's limited to just certain people. Each and every single one of us can do this, right? It's just about who has the guts. It's all about who has the willpower to never give up, right? On themselves and see it through. Most people just stop halfway and never fully realize anything. They don't fully give birth to anything. Your mind is the birthplace. Your mind is the playground. Creativity, imagination, visualization. All of these things are the tools that you need to use in order to construct your reality. Right? Use it wisely. Thank you for watching.